Continue to embrace warmer weather, extra security is once again being implemented around Forest Park in Springfield. Western Mass News reporter Olivia Hickey now joins us live in studio with those details. Olivia.
Chris, increased patrols are now in place thanks to a partnership between the Springfield Police Department and the Hampden County Sheriff's Department. Sheila and Jeremy walk in Forest Park almost every day.
It's a way of getting nice exercise, especially on days like today, which is just beautiful.
They tell Western Mass News they have always felt safe.
We often see a sheriff's car going around the loop many times while we're here.
And security is the goal, as temperatures are warming up, drawing in more visitors to the park. Law enforcement leaders gathered Tuesday to announce once again the Hampden County Sheriff's Office will continue their Forest Park patrols, adding a second shift from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
And whatever help we can give and whatever assistance we can do just to play a little part in making sure that the citizens in Springfield feel safe in the park, that they can come, enjoy the outdoors, enjoy the good weather.
Kochi says deputies will be seen in cruisers, on foot, and even on horses. Since the program started over 4 years ago, Kochi notes it has helped curb vandalism and eliminate park damage. What he didn't expect is the park visitors wanting the extra patrols.
At 6 o'clock in the morning, walking every single morning, to later at night when it's starting to get dusk and it's starting to get darker, to have our patrols here to make sure that they can finish whatever exercise or routine they have, and they can do that in a very safe way and feel very comfortable doing it.
The deputies will report to Springfield Police Superintendent Larry Akers. He emphasizes the extra hands are a big help.
With them being here when the park opens and when the park closes, it kind of takes off some of the pressure from the police department because we're going to have a lot of other things going on too. Not to say that the people in the park aren't as important, but we have that covered.
The Sheriff's Department patrols in Forest Park will continue until February 2025. A separate issue in the city with the warm weather here in summertime just around the corner, the anticipated presence of illegal dirt bikes in the city. I'll have more on that tonight at 6. Reporting in studio for Western Mass News, I'm Olivia Hickey.